Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Werewolf the Apocalypse Chronicle of Bane and Blood. This is episode 8, We Go Empty. So let's meet our werewolves, starting with Avery.
Hello, everybody. It's me, your boy, at Averydaboi on all the social media platforms. I style myself as something of an internet personality. And today, I will be playing the Galestalker Philodox, Sense the Sweetwater.
And I will be sneezing. Az?
Impressive. Hi, I'm Az, or as I was on the social media because I think I'm funny, and today I will be playing Timber Shakes the Trees, the red Talon Ragabash, with 1 willpower.
Luna?
Hello, I'm Luna, or Druid by Night. You can find me at Druid by Night on all the things, including on Twitch. But today I will be playing Lorelei Savagewind, Black Fury Theurge. And Pack Leader, I guess.
Pack Leader. Rachel?
Hi everybody, I'm the Azure Butterfly, or Azure for short, or simply Rachel. And today I'm going to be playing Hana Eats the Spiral, the Bonar Theurge.
And last but not least, Ramos.
Hello everyone, my name is Gilbert Ramos, aka Ramos the Nomad everywhere. I am the media director here at the Rolling Nomads. And today I will be playing Alias Hearteater, the Rune Ghost Council.
And hello, I'm Huddy. I'm your storyteller this evening, perhaps for the final evening. As always, this is a Werewolf the Apocalypse 5th edition actual play. We've gone over our safety and consent, but please check in with yourselves as your well-being is important to all of us who are playing. All the content warnings will be down in the description below. So, if you all are ready, last one's anfangen, and let's return to Berlin. We join our pack racing away from the city of Berlin in their lupus forms, away from the umbral barrows corrupted by the black spiral dancers, back towards the Sept of Mon, where Lydia told them the main horde of the enemy is attacking the black spiral dancers. As all of you get closer to Monse, Sweets, Lorelei, and Timber, can you all roll me a stamina and a cult roll? I need you to make this count. That is your warning.
1 out of 2 dice.
I'm sorry.
Six successes, 4 of them are a crit.
None of them brutal?
None of them brutal, although they were all rage dice.
What about you, Lorelei?
2 with 1 teeth.
That's a brutal failure. Here's what happens. Hana, Elias, and Sweets, as you're running in your lupus forms, Timber and Lorelei, both of you fall forward hard against the cement, your legs locking up instantly. Your muscles ripple and contract painfully, pulling taut like rubber bands on the verge of snapping. Your bones crack audibly, your thick, coarse fur recedes and turns back into skin like a slow peel. Your organs compress, rearrange themselves to fit the frame of a human body as you lose your wolf, but not your rage. And everyone can see this as you're running.
I think Hana's going to get her to a stop and then pull back up to the others. What the fuck just happened?
Not again, not again, not again, not again, not again.
I don't know.
Sweets will press his forehead to Lorelei's. What's wrong?
I just lost the wolf. I don't know, but I'm still angry. Can I try to shift?
Yes. You try and shift. Nothing happens.
Timber, get on Hana's back. Lorelei, get on my back. Elias, you're in charge. You're the worm foe. Make it count.
Lorelei, would you make me an intelligence and wisdom roll? You don't need to spend willpower for this.
Okay.
Sweets, will you make me this roll as well?
What's the spread?
Intelligence and wisdom.
3 on 3 dice.
Perfect. Exactly the number I needed.
9 successes, 4 crit.
Lorelei, when you went through your first change at the Monse Cairn, You made a promise to someone or something. Do you remember?
Luna certainly doesn't, unfortunately.
You made a promise to the spirit that protects the cairn. A spirit of the moon.
Yes.
You think that that spirit might be in danger.
Right.
That you think Luna might be in danger. Sweets, you know for sure that although you made no pact with the loon spirit of the cairn, the loon spirit has blessed you many times, and you know the loon spirit to be an avatar, an incarna of Luna, the moon, that allows you to shift your forms. With 9 successes, you've seen this once before, very, very long time ago in San Francisco, where Luna herself, or a spirit of Luna, was under severe threat by the Black Spiral Dancers. They were attempting to swallow her. You don't know specifically why it's targeting Timber and Lorelei, but you can be certain that Luna is in danger.
Elias, take us to the Cairnheart.
And we'll do just that.
Sweets is going to start lifting Lorelei onto his back.
If you're going to do that, I'm going to need you to switch to Hispo, both of you.
Good. No loss of rage.
How about you, Hana?
Success.
Okay. So both of you shift up to your Hispo forms, and Elias, you lead the way. I need to check in with Timber. Timber, you've had a rough couple of days. How does it feel to lose your wolf again? And you don't know.
The worst. No, Timber doesn't know. No one told Timber, so Timber's just thinking this is some sort of leftover consequence of the deal she made with Marcus.
Ah. Then would you like to make me a Hogloss check?
Yeah.
Will you roll me your unspent points in Hirano and unspent points in Hogloss, please?
Oh yeah, look at that too.
How many boxes in Hogloss do you have checked off?
Oh, Timber has 1 Hirano and 1 Hogloss. 1, 2, that's 4.
That is the
4
exact number
successes.
I needed. That is the
Hell yeah.
minimum I needed.
Yeah.
You don't gain a point of Hoglosk.
Perfect. But it's the worst. Everything is bad.
If there's any conversation any of you would like to have now, before you reach Potsdam, this is the time to have it.
Sweets, what are we going into? You seem like you know what we're expecting.
Death.
Can you be more specific?
I mean, this is your time. This is the moment that will define your lives for as long as you have to live them, if that is an hour or if that is a millennia. This is your time. Your home is being invaded and stolen, destroyed. This is your one opportunity to decide who you are. Are you the last hope of the broken Garu nation? Or are you meat beneath the Wyrm's fangs? Will you endure? Will you persist? Will you fight? When will you rage?
Elias runs quicker.
Timber keeps trying to shift. Just hitting that wall again and again and again.
Lorelei thinks of a contingency that she doesn't like.
I think Hana is just dead set on following Elias and trying to make sure that she doesn't lose another home.
Is that contingency, Lorelei, what I think it is?
Most likely.
Excellent. As you make your way to Monse, and you see it coming up in the distance, with 2 humans on your back, for all intents and purposes. You don't hear any fighting. You don't smell any death. You don't see any blood or carnage here. However, what you do see right at the visitor center, that greets you every time you come home, you see Speaks with Spirits. She's sitting on the porch of the visitor center, the steps, the stoop, if you will. She's playing her guitar. She's playing Time to Say Goodbye. Standing beside her is Provan and Viomini. Provan is holding Viomini to his chest as she cries into it. And Sweets, it's important for me to note here, not only did you find all of these pups in your decade here at Monse, Speaks with Spirits was the first pup you found living at Monse. And as you get closer to them, it becomes quite apparent, without any need of penumbral senses, that they are dead. They are spirits. Speaks with Spirits looks up when she sees you all, but she keeps playing her guitar. And Provan reaches out and sort of puts a hand on your head, Sweets, and he says, "Good luck, old man."
Come with us. Fight.
Viomini looks at you as golden tears run down her eyes. And now I need my Theurges to spend me a point of willpower and roll me intelligence and wisdom. 4, 5. Not only has Speaks with Spirits, Viomini, and Provan met their end, they are no longer alive. They are spirits here in the cairn. There's something happening to them as they sit here staring at you. They're starting to get these strange black tendrils that course around their bodies. You see them coming out of Viomini's eyes as she cries. Her ethereal tears.
Does it look like the same corruption that I saw on the glass tubes?
No.
Does it look like Marcus's?
No.
Lorelei, do you see that too?
Yeah.
The black tendrils, they look similar but different. What is...
Speaks with Spirits leans forward with her guitar and also touches your head, where Provan still hasn't removed his head from you, Sweets. Hand from you, Sweets, excuse me. And she says, "Seeing is believing. But if you believe, then you'll be lost." And the 3 of them evaporate.
We need to get to 3. Timber promised. Timber made promise.
We will make good on our promises.
We need to go.
And as they take off again, Sweets will begin to howl the names of everyone in the tree. Gentle Mary. Death takes last.
As you howl, it's very strange, Sweets. Your howl is too hollow. There's too much. There's nothing bouncing off the sound back to you. It's like the cairn is empty.
We need to go now.
Who heads inside first?
I'll go.
What do you do when you go inside the cairn, Elias?
Begin assessing the situation. I need to take as much in as possible. As many of the details, the small details.
The cairn looks fine. It's green and verdant. Looks very healthy here. You see Cascada's there. She's pulling up vegetables out of the garden. Crookpaw is with her. They look completely normal. See, Moorwalker is also there. He's playing a harmonica, sitting on a porch of one of the cabins. Who goes in next?
Timber will go in, and she's headed towards where they were doing the right for Marcus.
You don't see anything left over from the right. You don't even see any scorch marks of the earth from where there were candles laid out. The earth is extraordinarily green, like an oversaturation. You see your siblings, Pinecones and Hardrain, sorry. Pinecones and Hardrain are playing with each other in their lupus forms.
Where is... This is not right. Where did stupid human boy go?
Who goes in next?
I'll go, and I'll scan with printable senses.
Hana, are you going to do that as well?
Yeah.
Then we'll get right to the end with the two of you. Sweets, as you enter in, you see Ilva is here, and Talia, Tiara, Marcus, almost your entire family here, save for Bertrand and the grandchildren, and Jurgen, of course, because he's long ago dead. And they seem to be gathered together over by the mess hall. They seem to be cooking and laughing together and having a really good time.
I will not be tricked.
With your penumbral senses, my Theurges, the cairn is burning with green fire all around you. You're walking through it, stepping on it. You see through the smoke bodies scattered all over the cairn, and a massive spiritual pulse coming from the tree at the center of the cairn. To your regular sight, everything looks like something out of Stepford Wives.
This isn't real. There's so much green fire.
Take us across, Lorelei.
Nod. And yeah, I'll do Rite of Shadow Passage.
Now that takes time to do. You may begin. You may roll me whatever renown is highest for you, and I believe it's wisdom. Occult, excuse me. Whatever renown is highest for you, and occult. However, that takes a certain amount of time. Pinecones and Hardrain see Lorelei doing this, and they bound over to you, Timber. And they say, "What doing? What doing?"
Where is... What? This is... Where did stupid human boy go? It burns.
They look over at the mess hall. You mean that sweet, stupid human boy?
Yes.
Over there.
No.
What doing?
Here,
what
with
doing
the
with
burning and the in the lungs, the goo you saw.
Are they actually there?
No. You hear, so the way penumbral senses work is you sort of get a view into what's represented in the Umbra and what's represented in the real world at the same time. And so you see Timber speaking to umbral beings. They're not really here. They're not here in the real world anyway.
I think Hana in Hispo form is going to move up to Timber and kind of nuzzle into her. It's going to say, they're not here.
No,
what you mean?
No.
We right here. Sweets, your entire family starts making their way over to Lorelei with purpose. You can tell by their walk. And they all say, "Dad, what are you doing? If you want to go into the Umbra, just head over to the tree." What's going on?
Sweets just sits and steels himself and doesn't say a word.
What did you roll, Lorelei?
7 with a crit.
Perfect. That is an extraordinarily high number to have rolled. As you start to perform your rite, and none of the apparitions are working on you, even Cascada and Crookpaw come over and try and grab onto Elias to get his attention. And I assume, Elias, you remain steeled against it.
Yeah.
Well, the apparitions start turning angry, black, hollow inside. They coalesce together into something that can only be described as an insect of some kind. It has a huge, black, slimy carapace, many, many legs, eyes, massive pincers, that as soon as it all coalesces together, and as you continue your rite, Lorelei, the pincers come down on you. You are in your human form. I need a dexterity athletics before you can finish your rite, and I will remember that 7 successes, however, for a later date. I need to know, is anyone going to do anything?
Leap in front of the attack if possible.
Mm-hmm. Is anyone else going to do that?
Yeah, if Timber can see what's going on.
In your human form, Timber, you're going to also do that?
Yeah. She can feel that rage in her, and she might not have the wolf, but she was born one. And if we have to tear into it with these stupid blunt teeth, we will.
Hana and Sweets.
I think Hana is going to just see Timber doing this and trying to also protect her. Hana will, in her hippo form, go to attack.
And Sweets.
Krinos.
All right, that'll take your turn. 2 rage checks, please. What did you roll, Lorelei?
5 on a crit.
All right. I need you to give yourself 3 extra dice to roll for your assistance from your pack mates. Make it count. You have the opportunity, if you roll well, to get out of the way.
3 more.
That is exactly what you needed.
Oh my god.
So as you are doing your ritual, you're not necessarily paying attention, and all of these apparitions around you coalesce into this bug-like creature onto the ground. The pincers come down. The rest of your pack pulls you out of the way. You go crashing on the ground. You knock over some of the stuff that you were doing, so your ritual is not complete. Therefore, it needs to start over. And as you fall to the ground, you realize that this fake reality starts receding. All of you realize this. And you see now the reality of the cairn. The earth has been scorched. Many of the cabins have been burnt down. And surrounding you are the bodies of most of the people of the cairn. It is hard to determine who is dead and who is not. However, closest to you, Timber, as you grab Lorelei, knock her out of the way, you do see the 3 burnt bodies of Speaks with Spirits, Kovan, and Viomini. Speaks with Spirit was burnt with her guitar still in her hand, and you do see your sister Hardrain laying amongst them.
She screams and goes for the thing. I still have rage, right? Timber is gonna pour all that rage and hurt around whatever that thing is and use Gaia's Embrace to make it harder for it to move.
Yes. Gaia's Embrace is in any form?
Any form.
Make me that rage check. Hana, what are you doing?
I'm just gonna
Success.
teeth, claws, going at it with whatever.
Are you switching to Krinos?
Yeah.
Make me 2 rage checks. And then a strength and a brawl, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Elias, what are you doing?
Both success.
Rapid shift to Krinos, and we are going to. It's just one being now, correct?
Yes, but as you look at it, it's getting larger, and it's starting to levitate off the ground.
Okay, well, fucking too easy. Yeah, we're gonna switch to Krinos, and let me double check Hands of the Earth.
What would you like to double check about that? I have that here for you.
I just want to make sure that it does exactly what I think it does, and it's just grabbing.
It does. It does.
Grappling them.
Well, what it does is it throws things, basically.
Right. Then I think Serpent's Coil might suit.
It might.
Our hopes better.
So make me
Serpent's Coil.
Yep. So 2 rage checks for Krenos, a rage check for Serpent's Coil, and then a wits and a wisdom roll. Can you remember all that?
Yes. Okay. Krenos, we're good. Rage check for Serpent's Coil.
I'll swing right back around to you. Just make sure you remember all that. I'll ask for your roll.
What was the last one? I'm so sorry.
Wits and wisdom.
Yep, that's the one.
And Sweets, you switched to Krenos. How are your rage checks?
I failed one, succeeded on the other, so I'm down to 4.
And what are you doing?
Spending a point of will.
You know what this is, obviously.
Yeah, Sweets will, in a guttural roar, and Krenos just howl Nexus Crawler. And I will spend a point of willpower, and I will extend camouflage to my pack.
Well. You can spend that point of willpower. Yeah. He does get a chance to see through it, though.
Yes. But
He's
any early term advantage is worth a shot.
It sure is. It sure is. How many dots in honor do you have?
5.
All right.
I'm trying not to chew my nails.
So you're doing that instead of attacking.
For this turn, yes.
All right. Lorelei, you just went down. You just dodged out of the way. And you see this creature that Sweet screams out as a Nexus Crawler. You don't know what that is, but it seems nasty and it seems to be able to control reality. This isn't the Umbra. This is the real world. What are you doing?
I would have to start. In this moment, Lorelei is not only scared, but incredibly angry at how useless she feels.
Would you like the storyteller to make you a suggestion?
Go for it.
At the moment, you haven't lost, not that you know that you might, you haven't lost any access to your auspice gifts. You see the bodies of many people around you. If you would like, you can attempt to see if you can heal any of them that are living or not. You can check for signs of life, so that your pack is not facing this thing alone.
Let's do that.
Do you have any dots in medicine?
I have 1 dot in medicine.
All right. Make me a wits in medicine and add your dots in either wisdom or honor to it. Timber. So you make that 1 rage check, it's not going to levitate anymore.
Okay. Yeah, we're forced it back to the ground.
Yeah.
And then start circling around it.
Great.
And
What
you
about-
stare down next.
Great. What about you, Elias? Wisdom.
That was 8 successes, one crit.
Perfect. What about you, Hannah?
6 successes on a crit.
All right. So it is trapped between Elias's Serpent's Coil and Hannah Timber holding it in the air. And you're going in with Tooth and Claw with 6 successes. What you tear out is poisonous. It's like acid in your hands. Take 3 points of aggravated damage.
Yeah, I think Hannah's gonna howl and scream at that.
Mm-hmm. And Sweets, you see that before I'm going to ask you what your next course of action is.
Once we attack, the camouflage drops.
Yeah,
Right.
Everyone's attacking, which is why I was sort of wondering why you were doing that. But yeah. Especially Serpent's Coil, because that's literally something that can be seen.
I mean, I'm not technically attacking.
I'm not technically attacking.
Well, I mean, yeah. In all fairness, at least Lorelei's going to be protected doing that thing.
In all fairness, Timber as well.
Guy's embrace is just no.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you just say that? No. No.
Just a soft no.
Do I
Just a
have
soft
time
intro
to
next.
invoke a gift and attack?
No.
Okay. Fangs of Judgment.
And there is a roll to it that I forgot to write down from last time, but I did find it last time. It's an honor and some intelligence roll. Honor and intelligence. So that everyone's does a little bit extra damage to the Nexus Crawler. Lorelei, what was your roll? Before we swing back around to the top.
It was 3.
3 successes. With 3 successes, here's what you see. You see Hard Rain is in her human form. This is Timber's sister. She is reaching out for her pack mates. She's breathing, but barely, and she is heavily singed. Farther off in the distance, you see both Cascada and Crookpaw laying on the ground. 3 successes, you can't quite make out how badly injured they are, but they aren't moving. You see Crackteeth holding the body of his sister Yasmin in his arms. Both of them are badly singed. He seems to be shielding her in some fashion. Pinecone's Talia, you don't see. And you see Ilva also laying on the ground, badly singed. Now you can make a choice.
This is a really dumb, out of character question. Ilva, she's a will worker, yes?
Yes.
I will say I'm real sorry to Timber, but just to myself. I'll make up for it later, and I'll go heal Ilva with Mother's Touch.
All right. You can make me an intelligence and glory roll with that, and spend me a point of willpower. Spending that willpower fast.
I feel like it's gonna get aggravated soon.
Yeah, but you know, I'm a huge fan of aggravated people taking aggravated willpower damage. I'm a huge fan of it. The Nexus Crawler has taken some damage from Hana, who has leapt off of the ground and sliced into it with her claws. However, she comes back with acidic burns on her hands. And it doesn't like that it can't fly. Can't see Lorelei, but it can see some human down there holding it in place. Or at the very least, a human down there easy to chomp. Make me a Dex Athletics roll, Timber.
I'm so good at that.
Now it can't move, so make this count. I also need that same roll, not from Hana, but from Sweets and Elias. Dex Athletics, right now. Remember, whatever form you're in, Krinos, I believe, gives you extra.
1.
I hear you. I need to know what their rolls are going to be to know if they're going to seed their rolls or not.
8.
All right. Hold on to that thought.
I keep wanting to ask, like, hey, is the moon out? But that doesn't really apply.
You don't see any black amidst all the chaos, the fire, and the bodies. You see not a single black spiral dancer here.
6.
You can guess where they might be. 6. Sweets, I will allow you, if you so choose, to take half and shield Timber from some of the damage. You will also get damage, though.
Absolutely.
All right.
I think Sweets kind of dips under its legs and gets in front of Timber. And as the pincers come in, he looks this thing dead in the eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Dead in its eyes. Says, "You are mine."
5 points of aggravated damage to Sweets. 3 to Timber as you get splattered with acid. It burns, Timber. You're going to lose a bit of mobility here. And by a bit, I mean a lot. You're going down. Make me another rage check to see if you can hold on to that Gaia's embrace.
Success.
You're going to lose... I will let you decide whether you lose the functional use of your arms or your legs.
Legs.
All right. Elias, what are you doing? You have it with Serpent's Coil. You can pull it closer to you if you want to. What are you doing?
Yes.
You've just watched Timber be extraordinarily injured. You've watched Hana be injured, but she's in Krynos, so she can heal. Sweets has also been extraordinarily injured, but in Krynos can heal. What are you doing?
I would like to attack, but with the Serpent's Coil, could I don't necessarily want to bring it toward me because it's closer to everybody else as well. I'd like to force it back, if at all possible, so that it can be further from them.
Yes. Would you like to roll me that, or would you like to take it at a cost?
I'll take it at a cost. I don't trust my dice. They've been doing too good this morning.
Perfect. As you push it back, it sprays some more acid at you as you concentrate on it. 2 points of aggravated damage right in the face. You're going to be blinded until you heal yourself. Hana. Elias is currently pushing back the Nexus Crawler farther away from you. You're injured. You may heal at the top of your turn and then take an action, or you may spend your turn healing. What would you like to do?
Let's do the first one.
Okay. Make me a rage check.
Success.
Keep your rage. Remove 2 aggravated damage. What is the action you'd like to take?
Am I close enough to still attack it?
You are, but you are aware that attacking it with your hands will hurt you. Whether that matters to you or not is irrelevant. However, I would like to know if you would like to make sort of an educated guess here or not of what might be happening, because something might have happened that might help you out here.
Sure.
Can you make me a wits and insight? Add your dots and occult. Sweets, what are you doing? Healing at the top of your turn? Or spending your turn to heal?
Healing at the top of the turn.
1 rage check.
Do not lose rage.
Remove 2 ag. What is your action?
I'm not sure. I think Sweets is going to try and force this thing out of the boundary of the cairn.
How would you like to do that?
With Elias's help, I'm just going to run forward, grab it by its fucking mandibles, and push.
Strength and brawl. Lorelei, what did you roll for your mother's touch?
5 on a crit.
That is enough to heal Ilva. Significant enough. She's going to have singed hair and a little bit of scarring at the moment. But she does come to. Is there anything you'd like to say to her? Or would you like to continue back to the fight or move on to someone else?
I'm going to kind of help her up to a sitting position.
Mm-hmm.
Say, Will Worker, I need you to work fucking miracle right now.
She looks at the monster and she says, before she went down, Cascada said fire. Fire's not my specialty. But I was trying to make something.
What were you trying to make?
She pulls out a bunch of bolts and wires and machinery out of her pockets. A flamethrower. You going to protect Ilva while she builds this, or are you going to move on to someone else, or are you going to return to the fight?
Can I use Hair's Leap in any form?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so. I don't have it on my sheet, so I don't know. Never mind then.
Not.
So I was gonna get out of the way, but never mind. Yeah, I'll just
She's gonna duck into the nearest burnt cabin.
Okay, if she's out of the way, I'll go over to Cascada.
You're gonna go over to Cascada. All right. You're gonna have to make your way there. That's gonna take a second. Timber, how you doing, buddy?
Timber's not feeling too great. Timber realized that her legs aren't working.
Mm-hmm.
And she's lost her wolf. And the place that she literally swore her life to is burning.
You're so close to Hard Rain. You can almost reach out and touch her hand.
I think that's what she does. Is she just like digs her fingers. These fingers she's feeling like she's gonna be stuck with forever and become Maggie.
Mm-hmm.
And just digs them into the ground until she can push herself enough to kind of grab at Hard Rain. It's to see if she's dead.
You grab her hand. It's very soft and very faint. She does squeeze back.
I have 1 dot in medicine.
Uh-huh.
Is there anything Timber can do to like help?
For
Hard
third degree
Rain?
burns over 75% of her body in human
Yeah,
form?
no.
Not really.
Nope, not really.
You can give her comfort.
Yeah. Just like you have to get up one. Timber needs Hard Rain to be okay. Timber can't, but Hard Rain can shift. Get back up. Please.
Hard Rain very weakly says, "No shift. Can't shift."
I think Timber's just kind of flop with Hard Rain.
And I think at that moment, Timber, you would put together that Lorelei did her first change here, and Hard Rain did her first change here, and you did your first change here. Something's happening to the Loon Spirit. Speaks with spirits, Povan, Viomini, they're all in their human form.
Yeah. So it's getting that connection. That Timber's realizing that there's no one here. I think Timber starts crawling towards the tree.
You can make me a stamina and composure roll.
Yeah.
Elias, you pushed it successfully away. Sweets is grabbed onto it and is pushing it away as well. What is it that you would like to do? Would you like to heal and take an action, or would you like to... You only took 2 eggs, so you can heal and take an action.
Sweet. I would love to do that. So I'll need 2 rage checks on that. And then...
just 1.
Sweet
You're in
says-
Kranos, just 1 to heal 2 egg.
Oh, right. Did Sweets make it known that we need to push it out of the...
Sweets has made it
the
known
doctors?
with his physical body, yeah.
Cool. That's a success. I'll heal. So as my sight returns to me...
You're no longer blind. You see Sweets pushing this thing out of the boundary of the cairn into the deeper woods.
Yeah, we're gonna continue to push. I'll take the entire action to push as hard as I can. Would
you like to roll, or would you like to roll, or would you like to take half?
I think I'll roll. I think
I think I don't want to be blind again.
Being blind sucks. All right, yeah.
It's a wits and wisdom roll. Mm-hmm. Hannah, what did you roll on wits and insight? 4 successes. You can see that this Nexus crawler, one, it seems to be new. It seems to be called here. You can see certain tears in reality around the air of the cairn. It seems to have been called forth from something. 1. 2, you can see it has been injured. Its underbelly is scorched. You think that fire might be the appropriate solution here.
You said there's nothing actively burning right now, is there?
No, there's fire burning all around you on the cairn, and then it maybe clicks with you. They were trying to burn it out. Because you see so many of the people here aren't in their Krynos forms, aren't in a Hispo form, they're not in any forms. Even the ones who are whimpering, the ones who are alive, they're in their human forms. They were attempting to fight these things as humans.
Okay. Then seeing that, is there like a wood beam from one of the cabins nearby that I can run up and in Krynos form wrench it? And I would like to, using the fire that's around, ignite it.
Absolutely. And what are you going to do with it?
Oh, we're just going right up there. I'm going to baseball bat it with a fire stick.
Okay, you can make me a strength and athletics roll. Sweet, so you see Hana coming up with a beam on fire, a light. Do you continue pushing it away from the cairn? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay.
We can't waste time fighting this any more than necessary. This isn't the problem. This is a symptom. And I won't be distracted and let my kids die again.
So you keep pushing it. I won't ask you for another roll. What did you roll for that first strength and brawl, however?
10 successes with a crit.
Perfect. I won't ask for another one. Elias, what is that other roll with yours?
That would be 4 successes. Right.
Perfect. All I was asking for was 3. Perfect. We're going to get right to that. Lorelei, you head over to Cascada. She's not burnt like everyone else. Crookpaw is, but Crookpaw is still in his Hispo form. He has not succumbed to losing his wolf, what's happened to you and Timber and many of the others here. But Cascada certainly has. She's in her human form, and she's currently holding in her stomach. She's been ripped with what looks like claws dripping with black ichor. The blood and the bile of her intestines is mixed with it. She is unconscious.
Can Mother's Touch help with that?
I would allow it.
Okay.
Do you help Crookpaw, who is severely singed, or do you help Cascada?
Oh my god, I'm so sorry, Timber.
So sorry. She's skipping over all of Timber's relatives. I'm so sorry.
I would listen.
Timber's just having a bad time, and that's okay. The dice say fuck Timber, so like everybody just get on that train. That sounded bad. I would like to reflect on my words and take that back.
I will.
There's a lot of emotion happening.
I will allow for you to notice in this moment that Timber is slowly, painfully, with unworking legs, crawling towards the tree. If you would like to save Timber.
Oh my god.
It's gonna take Timber a while. It's okay. I'm sitting at some hot damage with no way to heal.
You know, I got so much willpower. I don't. But, yeah, a pack leader brain is gonna go over to Timber. Sorry. Shouldn't have made me pack leader. I make bad choices.
There is no bad choice. There's no bad choices.
That had been a bad choice. Timber's a bad bet right now.
So, Lorelei, you see Cascada in a bad state. You see Crookpaw in perhaps an even worse state. But you see Timber crawling towards the tree alone with legs covered in acid burns. And you race over to Timber. You may play that scene out now.
Yeah, she'll start to hover her hands over Cascada and then hear Timber and just without a second thought run over to Timber and skid to a stop and crouch down in front of her.
The deal that Timber made. Timber's made bad on the deal. Timber's got to fix it.
Timber. I'll fix it.
We fix. We save Loon. We save Loon.
Yeah. I'll use, without saying anything else and with a blank face as I'm thinking about things, heal Timber's legs.
Well, we're still in the scene, so I'm not going to make you spend another point of willpower. Intelligence and glory. I'm not quite that mean.
Is it because I rolled 3 ones in a row, honey?
No, I'm actually really nice. Hana, what did you roll?
8 successes on the
Perfect. So as Elias and Sweets are working in tandem to sort of push it away, push it towards the lake. You're getting into the deeper woods. Harder to see here, but you're pushing it out and away from the cairn. I assume, unless you are pushing it out onto the road. Which one are you doing?
Pushing it towards the road.
You're pushing it towards the road where the people are. Awesome. All right, so you're pushing it out towards the road. Never mind. Hana comes running up, leaps up into the air with fire on a stick, and starts jamming it into the Nexus Crawler. It starts, Sweets, screaming loud and in pain. You're not sure if you've ever heard a Nexus Crawler scream like that, except for when you were inside one that one time.
You just growls in its face, just slobbering, spittling all over it. Today, you will know fear.
Do either Elias or Sweets grab a fire stick?
Absolutely.
Sweets is solely worried about controlling those mandibles and keeping a hold on them and trying to overpower it, since it's essentially a hatchling Nexus Crawler.
It is. You would be able to determine that because it's not nearly as large as the one that you saw. Elias, you grab a fire stick. Will you roll me a strength and brawl, please? Or strength and athletics, rather?
With gusto.
As you're holding on to the mandibles, Sweets, you see Ilva come out with some contraption that looks like something out of Blade Runner, maybe. It doesn't look real. It doesn't look like it could possibly be real, but she comes out with something and she tells you, get out of the way.
I'm gonna try and tear its mandibles off as I pull away.
Strength and brawl. Lorelei, what did you roll?
4.
That is the exact number I needed to completely heal Timber's legs. So Timber, you can move again. You still don't have your wolf back. However, Sweets, what did you roll?
So I got 2 teeth to start.
Ah, so you got a brutal outcome. Nope, I don't need to know the rest of the roll. Elias, what did you roll?
So many. 11 with a crit.
Perfect. So you and Hana working in tandem, you're on top of this little Nexus Crawler, beating down with it and driving these stakes of wood as deep as you can into this thing without putting the fire out. And the acid does drip on it, but you pull it out fast enough, whip it around, stick it in somewhere else. Sweets, you successfully, with complete rage, and I'm going to ask you to go back to 5 rage with that as well. I'm actually, what rage are you at, 5?
If I'm increasing 1, it'll take me to 5.
Okay, go back to 5 rage. As you rip its mandibles out, the pincers, snap them in half, pull them out. You're going to take 2 points of aggravated damage, though, because you're going to get acid sprayed all over you. However, Ilva comes up behind you as well, and she starts spraying this thing with blue fire. Again, fire hotter than the average fire, if you'd like to put it that way. And I need Hana and Elias to make me dex athletics rolls so that she doesn't burn you alive.
That's my girl?
She's new. She's like 3 nights a wool worker.
Figure it out. May work a miracle.
She's doing it. She's doing it. I rolled her 14 successes to make this flamethrower out of
Hell yeah.
out of nuts and bolts and spit.
Question.
Yeah.
Sometimes you
My
just.
God.
Do two teeth matter in
Oh.
this one?
Anyway.
Oh yeah, that's not gonna. Yep, that's you don't want 2 teeth. You don't want 2 teeth when you're doing something that isn't violent.
Yeah, I got 2 teeth.
Yep.
And
See.
that's otherwise 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
No, I don't need to
6.
know.
Okay.
What did you get, Ramos?
6. I'm a very physical character.
I'm a physical boy. Perfect. Sweet. Elias easily jump out of the way away from the blue flame. Hana, the blue flame scares you. You don't know what the fuck that is. That's like something out of your Shemi class. And you're practically seeing red. You don't really understand what's going on. You're fighting some sort of, looks like something out of an alien movie. And you're going to jump down on Ilva to stop that blue flame. Crash land right on her. And it's going to hurt her severely. Sweets. Make me a Dex Athletics to be fast enough to get your daughter out of the way. Ilva's pool for Dex Athletics is 2 dice.
I'm so sorry.
Goose egg. You better make this count, Avery. And I mean it.
11, 2 crits.
That counts. None brutal?
No.
Alright. This is gonna hurt, Hana. Because you're not gonna have a body to land on. You see Hana leaping at Ilva, not away from Ilva, off of the Nexus Crawler. You're quick enough to pull Ilva out of the way, which she drops the flamethrower, drops to the ground, and Hana, you're going to land hard. 4 points of aggravated damage as you break both your legs.
Yeah, just howling and screaming again.
Yeah.
Have we moved this thing beyond the bounds of the cairn?
Not only have you moved this thing beyond the bounds of the cairn, as Hana jumps off of it and it's engulfed in that blue flame, it starts to wither and fall apart into messy piles of acid limbs and gore. And Ilva looks at you, Sweets, and she said, I did that.
I'm not sure if a Garu can smile in Krino's form.
No.
But I know I don't want to be spending more than a round standing here congratulating, because then things can get hairy. I'm not going to let them take another child from me. I have a battle to fight. And if these pups aren't ready, I need to do it myself.
Sure. Do you make your way over to the tree?
Yes.
You remember, a very long time ago, your daughter performed a rite to expel you from the cabin. It's called the Rite of the Shrouded Glen. Do you remember that?
I do. It's the second time I've seen it in my lifetime.
Mm-hmm. So you approach the tree. You see that she's performing it right now in the Umbra. You can feel it. You remember how it felt. You can't cross through the tree. You need Lorelei to take you across. And Lorelei right now is attending to the wounded. Your daughter is in the Umbra right now with the Black Spiral Dancers, performing this rite. To what end and why, you don't know.
I think Sweets will just turn his head. We must go. We must fight. They're still alive on the other side. Open the passage.
Standing up from Timber. I'm sorry. Standing up from Timber, she'll look over to Cascada, and then she'll look over at the tree. And then she'll look up at the sky and mentally call out to Wolf.
He appears behind you, his hot breath on the back of your neck. Been waiting for you to reach out for me, little pup.
I don't need your comments. I need power. I need the wolf.
Is that all?
What do you need in return to save as many as possible? Save the balloon spirit. What do you need of me?
I need you to fight. I need you to kill everything that is tainted with the Wyrm.
There's a catch. There's always a catch.
Yes or no, little pup?
Okay.
The spirit of the great Fenris wolf passes power into you. Please fill your Hoglosk 3 boxes.
Sweet. Okay.
And your wolf is restored. All right. And that is where we will take our break. Welcome back, everyone. The pack was successful at defeating a Nexus crawler that had invaded the cairn, or more accurately, according to what Hana could determine, was summoned to the cairn. They attempted to enter into the Umbra here, to where the spirit of the lake is, the Moon Lake, but they can't because someone, most likely Tiara, is performing Rite of the Shrouded Glen for reasons that you don't know. You won't really know until you get in there. So Sweets has asked Lorelei to perform Shadow Passage so that you can enter in, and Timber has offered to stay behind for the moment anyway because Timber has lost her wolf, and unbeknownst to the rest of you, Lorelei has made a pact with the great Fenris wolf, the wolf that has fallen to corruption, in order to regain her ability to shift. Now, Lorelei, I already have your 7 successes down from when you did that before, so I'm not going to make you make that roll again. You will be successful in crossing the gauntlet. However, as you perform that, Hana, is there anything that you do while you wait?
Outside of the healing, so my legs ain't broke no more.
Which you did. What rage are you at?
3.
Oopsies. Do you look for any survivors, or do you wait with Lorelei?
I think I'll help look for survivors.
Okay. You can make me wits and awareness. Elias, what do you do?
Looking for survivors unless somebody needs me, I suppose. Specifically, just, doing that.
What about you, Timber?
Timber has accidentally killed someone while trying to save them based on my roll. For trying to get some of these.
So I take it as read that you have started wandering through the cairn and you found Cascada and your father Crookpaw.
Yeah, and so she was trying to help.
So the roll was intelligence and medicine. It wasn't to actually do anything. It was to determine whether you could save her or not. With 2 successes, you don't think that you can save her from her intestines leaving the inside of her body by yourself.
She's gonna kind of curl up to Crookpaw and look back to see how far Lorelei is into the ritual.
She's just starting it.
I found Cascada.
Before we get to Elias, Sweets, what are you doing?
Just gonna drop to Hamid.
Remove all of your rage, please.
Just shouting, Marcus!
Wits and awareness, Sweets. Hannah, what did you roll?
4.
With 4 successes, you come across the Berlin pack. -1. Moorwalker. He's not here. You see Talia and Pinecones. Both of them are burned. They are laying against each other. They are unconscious, but they are breathing. Crackteeth seems the least injured. He is only burned on half of his body, and he's holding Yasmin in his arms, and he's weeping over her. He is in his Glabra form. Yasmin is also in her Glabra form, but Yasmin is almost unrecognizable.
I think Hana is just going to... not going to say anything, but she's just going to try to make sure that that they know that her presence is there. And I think the same as Timber is kind of just looking over to pretty much the only healer in her group,
To Lorelei.
Lorelei. I have no dots in medicine. I'm useless with that.
Elias, you hear Timber yell out that she found Cascada.
He's running.
Are you remaining in your Krynos form?
I can't. This is fuck me. I can't.
You're gonna drop to Hamid.
I have to.
Lose your rage. You race to the cabin. You see Timber is there. You see Crookpaw, who is in his Hispo form, is very badly singed. His fur is almost completely black. And he's laying next to Cascada. He is mumbling something in the primal tongue. He is saying Mat, which Timber would recognize as mother.
What do you mean, Mother? Daddy Crookpaw, you have to get up. We have to go save the loon.
And he says to you, save Mother. And he looks at Cascada.
Is Cascada breathing?
Cascada is breathing. She is in a very bad state. Her stomach has been torn open by, you would recognize this as obsidian claws. Elias, you've only heard about it. You've seen the scars on Sweets and you've seen the scars on Talia. These are scars that do permanent damage to Garu. But she wasn't in her Garu form when this was done to her. She was in her human form. Her intestines are spilling out onto the ground, and she is, at the moment, slipping in and out of consciousness.
I'm gonna talk her through it and just
Do you have dots in medicine?
I do, because I took them because I was homeless.
Wits in medicine, and you get an extra dice for this for your favor. Sweets, what was your wits and awareness roll?
A single crit for 4.
For 4. Well, you walk by, you see Hana, and you see over by where Hana is. Hana indicates to you that Talia is here, and she is unconscious and badly burnt. You look past them towards where the mess hall is, and you see Maggie and Marcus are together underneath a one of the long bench tables here. Maggie has been burnt by acid, it looks like. She's covered in pustules all over her. Not like the pustules she had before, but these ones are badly burnt. And Marcus is extremely weak from the rite of abjuration. It seems that Maggie is covering him with her whole body. And he is not injured, not injured from that, but he is injured from the rite. It seems that Maggie protected him with her whole body the entire time.
Sweets will scoop up Talia.
Mm-hmm.
and bring her over.
Into the mess hall?
Yeah. It just looks... Maggie. Leah and Jurgen, did they,
No.
Where's
No.
Bertrand?
Bertrand left with the children. Before any of this happened. They didn't see anything. The wailing of cracked teeth, Sweets, is getting extremely loud. Lorelei, as Timber calls out to you, you hear her say about Cascada, you hear cracked teeth wailing, you see Sweets carrying the body of Talia. I need to know if at any point you're going to stop your rite of Shadow Passage and help any of these people, or not.
So when she hears Timber, she'll kind of stop, like dragging her foot across the dirt, the circle kind of halfway done, and look over there. Kind of audibly sigh, but calculate that we need wolves. And just, like, she just doesn't have any, she doesn't emote at all. She just walks over to Cascada.
Elias, what did you roll?
Oh, that's 5 successes.
5 successes. You tell Timber to get you twine and a needle. And you find some in Cascada's cabin, which is where they are. And you watch Elias start attempting to push her intestines in place. It's sloppy work, and your hands are dirty. And you start sewing her up. But she's still coming in and out of consciousness, and you know that she needs antibiotics. She needs something to keep her from getting septic. And Lorelei, you come over. We're in a new scene now because we took a break. I'm going to be nice, though, and not make you spend the willpower and say we're still in the scene from before. Intelligence and glory.
You are a kind and malevolent storyteller.
Oh, yeah.
Agreed.
Praise be.
Uh-huh. Timber, you are never been close with your father.
No.
Are you attempting to comfort him as he whines in his Hispo form, speaking the Garu tongue?
No!
Calling
no, full on
Cascada
Timber's,
mother?
Timber's full on. Heal. Daddy Croakpaw. Heal. Stop crying.
Yes, Lorelei. Combined with Elias's 5, I'd say 9 successes is enough to heal her. You run your hands over the wounds, and Cascada jolts upright, takes in a deep inhale of breath right into your arms, Elias. And she says, "Where is it? Where is it?"
We took care of it, baby. It's gonna be fine. We need you to lay down.
The Loon
It's
Spirit.
messy work.
The Loon Spirit is in danger.
We need help healing the fallen.
You have to go. You have to take care of it. I can't shift.
I know. Your people need you here.
We need wolves. We need wolves, and like full on in Crookpaw's face.
Crookpaw does heal. However, he shifts back down to his human form and loses his rage. Cascada grabs onto you, Elias, and she says, "I'm sorry."
No, I'm sorry. I wasn't here. We're gonna take care of this. We're gonna make this right.
I think I was supposed to die.
Told you, we're not letting that happen.
We don't have time for this.
Help me up.
I'll do that.
Cascada runs over to Crack Teeth and Yasmin, who are both injured. Yasmin more so. Lorelei, will you make me another intelligence and glory?
Of course.
And Elias, as you run through, you see Hana, you see Cascada and Lorelei coming over. Ooh, 6 successes, goodness. Sweets, is there anything you want to say to Elias before Lorelei returns to the Rite of Shadow Passage?
Yeah. Sweets is just, he's gonna shout, "Brother!"
Catches his attention. Look in your direction.
Need you to do it. Now look to Maggie. We need
Couldn't
you.
before. What's changed?
Runs without a pack is dead. Crimson Howler is dead. Death Takes Last has no pack. Now look to Maggie. Are you ready?
I want to kill whoever hurt my babies.
We'll kill every single last one of those motherfuckers.
I'm ready.
Sweetsel, take her hand.
Will you make me a leadership and renown roll, Mr. Hearteater, Mr. Wormfoe?
I have just taking care of finer details. I have to make a Hougloss. I need to accept a point of Hougloss in order to get rage back in order to even do this.
Well, fun fact. I don't have to use. I can use the Song of Rage in any form. It just says I have to sing a song.
Yep, that is accurate. I remember that from my playtest.
Yep.
We need a total number of 3 rage between us that we can sacrifice essentially.
So, Timber's gonna sing the last song she heard, which unfortunately is gonna be Speaks with Spirits song.
The time to say goodbye?
Yeah.
She was singing it in Italian as well.
Yeah. Full on. That crow's voice.
Tu non mi pepati
Yeah.
che io non so. Yeah.
Charisma and glory.
Perfect.
Fucking Timber. Anyway.
What did you roll, Lorelei?
I'm glad she rolled 6 because I rolled 2.
Okay. Well, that's just
Can
to
I
help
just
back
say,
though.
though,
Yeah.
I feel like everyone deserves a point of glory for besting a Nexus Crawler.
You didn't think I was going to give you something for that, honey? I'm gonna wait till the end of the episode.
Just say it.
You ain't saved the cairn yet, baby. You better hold
I
your
got-
horses.
I have 4 successes. So we have 4 points.
Four successes for the it's 3 to go. It's no. I had the rules wrong before.
Yeah.
Which was I was informed
good.
of. 3 to get 1, 4 to get 2. Everyone can
2.
get 2 points of rage.
Back at 5, baby.
I am also now at
Delicious.
5.
Yeah. Everybody getting angry
yeah,
again.
we need that. We just
Doesn't
need
put it-
everyone who's going to.
But Sweets, you were at 0. Damn. I want someone to go over 5. It hurts.
Give me one more and I'm there.
That's why we can only do Rite of Rage when everyone's at 0 for safety.
Lorelei, you head back to keep going with your Rite of Shadow Passage. Crackteeth is extremely grateful and thankful that you've saved his sister, who is coming too. And he says, "We'll go with you. I'll go with you. Yasmin should stay here. She's been through enough."
Whoever can fight needs to fight.
And Yasmin sort of pushes away from him, and she says, "No, I'm fucking going." Crookpaw, I'll give him a point of Hougloss, because that seems right up his alley.
Yeah.
Cascada will head over to Hard Rain, start healing her, and come across the bodies of the wolves she cannot save. Sweets. Talia's badly burnt. So is Pinecones. They're both unconscious and unable to shift. And of course, Marcus is extremely wounded and basically worn out, burnt out from the rite of abjuration. He's almost comatose.
Sweets will try and wave Cascada over for Talia and Pinecones at the very least.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll kneel
She's
down
busy
beside-
she's busy at the moment. Do you say anything to Marcus?
Yeah. Sit down beside him. How you doing, sport?
You can see on Marcus's body, since it wasn't examined before you ran off, he's covered in scars. It almost looks like vivisection scars. You can see the rite of abjuration was sort of forcing the Bane to be birthed through him. And he's covered head to toe in what would only be described as vivisection skeletal scars. It's horrible. It looks awful. Extremely painful.
I'm proud of you. I've always been so proud of you, Mark.
Every single one of his tattoos has a line through it, a scar.
I didn't understand the tattoo thing. Maybe I'm just old-fashioned. But you loved it. And I love who I watched you become. Expressing yourself and being free. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have any more time with you, kid. I think this might be Pop's last hurrah. But I promise you this. There's nowhere that you can go where I will not be with you. There is no hole too deep that I will not reach a hand down to you. And there is no height that you can reach that I won't be hot on your heels.
Elias, Elias, before we take your role for the Rite of the Wolf Reborn, and before we head into the Umbra, I need everyone to make me a cult and awareness, a double skill roll, of which I call for very rarely. Of course she would roll that high. What a bitch.
One.
Sure.
One, I'm busy.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Of course you would roll that high.
3.
I need to let all of you know, you've never heard of the name Ulrich before. Knopflish, you don't know him. Lillette never had a husband as far as you know. Don't know who Renata's father is. You've never met a wool worker named Ulrich. You don't know who it is who helped heal Maggie. You think it just passed into Marcus, maybe? You don't remember. You don't know him. Never heard of him. He's never existed. At that, Ilva comes over to all of you and she says, I need to leave the cairn. Dad, I'm so sorry.
Hey, you have nothing to be sorry for. Listen to me, Ilva.
No, you listen. April has done something terrible, and I need to stay as far away from you as possible.
I know.
You don't. But that's okay.
I love you, and I'm so proud of you. I've always, even when I didn't know how, I love you so much. Be kind to yourself.
I love you too.
Go.
You're not going anywhere, not yet.
Go. Don't let anybody know where you're going. When Northwind wants me to find you, I'll find you. kiss her on the forehead. And I think he'll just stop for a minute and reach in his pocket and pull out the watch that Maggie gave him. And just put it in her hand.
She looks at it and she sort of presses it in her hands and then gives it back to you. It's so I can get in touch with you if I need to. I don't have North Wind.
Yeah. Oh. Hide.
She leaves. Elias, what did you roll?
Exactly enough. 3 successes.
Now, did you shift to a form to do this? Did you stay in your human form?
I think that it would be appropriate for him to take the form of a wolf to pass this back into her.
So, how would you describe the rite? Would you say it's a series of howls? A series of entreaties to Luna, to Gaia, to Helios, to all the spirits that make up the Garu?
Yeah, a sort of listing of names of spirits that we're tied to. A lot of sort of like thumping of the chest as you shift down into wolf and you continue in the primal tongue.
As you do this, Elias and Lorelei, you're outside of the cairn. Outside of the mess hall where he's performing this. You're trying to, once again, for the third time, do your rite of shadow passage. You feel the wind pick up all around you, shifting and swirling and running through the mess hall around Elias, around Maggie. And you hear a very distinct screech of a falcon that swoops down. It's ethereal. Goes through you, and through Elias, through his heart, and right into Maggie. And sweets, you know what's going to happen now. As Maggie crouches down on all fours, you hear her bones cracking, the skin shifting, fur growing. She's going to go Krynos. And you know what that means.
He's going to look to Lorelei.
To see if she can open the passage fast enough. 7 successes, she can definitely open it fast enough. Crookpaw shifts to his Krynos form. So does Crackteeth. So does Yasmin. Who else? Before you go in, as Lorelei holds open the door to the Umbra.
Was I not still in my Krynos form?
If you are still in your Krynos form, Hannah, I need you to either spend me a point of willpower or make me a frenzy check, see if you start freaking out and killing everyone.
What is the pool for a frenzy check again?
Actually, let me check that really quick. I did write it down, but I'm...
I would rather not spend willpower, because then I'll be down to 1, but...
Player may not... your unspent willpower. Your unspent willpower.
I'm just going to spend a single willpower and be at 1 willpower for this. Let's go. Yeah.
Yeah. If you don't have any willpower, it's automatic. Or you can make a willpower check. So you can just roll me your unspent willpower and get at least 3 successes. You can still get 3 successes on. No, you can't. You can go get a critical. You can crit. And if you don't, then you got frenzy.
I'm gonna play it safe for right now and just spend 1 willpower.
Sure. All right. Certainly. All right. Lastly, Timber.
Hello.
Are you going with them or not?
Timber got the wolves up. And now she has to die on these stupid 2 legs to fulfill her pact. She's gonna.
You're gonna?
Yeah.
Alright. Sweet Maggie isn't in the capacity to say anything right now. In her frenzy. However, she does hold up claws of gleaming silver as she howls into the night. Do you say anything to her?
He looks to her and just put a hand on her back. Just smile.
Do you shift to any form?
Yeah. Slowly shifting as he moves through Glabro and into Krynos. He'll walk past Timber and just lean in. Stay close to me.
Timber's going to do what Timber needs to do.
Stay close. And I'll take Krynos.
2 rage checks. Lorelei, do you take a form, or did you stay in Krynos?
Oh, no. Once everybody's through, I'll be the last one. I'll shift to Krynos and...
2 rage checks. You have to lead them in, honey. You gotta be be the first.
Other way around then. Other way around. We're good.
I do have a small mechanical question.
Yeah.
I did drop to 1 rage
Mm-hmm.
with that shift. May I take a point of Harano?
That'll put you at 6 rage if you do so.
As soon as we get across the gauntlet, I'm going to take a point of Harano and bump to 6.
Alright. That's gonna cost you willpower damage.
Can do.
Alright. Then you may go ahead and do that. Bump yourself to 6. Remove me 1 point of willpower.
Done and done.
Alright. As you all cross the gauntlet, here is what you see. Lorelei and Timber, you are quite familiar with this. It is the moon-drenched lake where both of you went through your rite of passage, where the statues sit on the water. It was so beautiful the first time you saw it. It's not so beautiful now. It's dim and dark. The light of Luna is almost blackened out. You see a group of black spiral dancers attempting to make their way to the moon. The only thing stopping them is Tiara and Moorwalker, who are together behind a barrier of the right of the shrouded glen that Tiara is screaming. And all of you can see that Tiara is burning her own spirit out to attempt to keep these black spiral dancers away. She is aging right in front of all of you here in the Umbra, and Moorwalker is in his Krynos form, but he is holding on to Tiara and attempting to, whether it's working or not, you can hear him in the primal tongue. He's attempting to give her strength, telling her that no matter what, they will die together, they will protect it together, that no matter what, he will always love her.
Excuse me crying.
What is outside of the barrier that is slowly being lessened as Tiara is losing strength is 5 black spiral dancers. The leader of which seems to be wreathed in green fire, like a robe, and she's carrying a sword of black, dripping with poisonous ichor. The others don't have anything different about them besides their twisted forms, at least not from the distance you are. They are standing on the water of the lake. Lorelei, you're the first in. I need to know what you're doing.
I think the green fire would give her pause for half a second. Before turning back and through this white hot, this quiet rage within her, just turn her head over her shoulder and say, kill them all. Kill them quickly. and charge in.
Charge in. All right. You charge. They hear you charging. They feel you enter through the gauntlet, past the gauntlet, over the gauntlet. One of them turns around. Looks like he's about to pop out of his own skin, so muscled is he, so hardened is he. And he howls at you, sprays spit at you, and I need you to make me a stamina and occult roll, which might be a good roll for you.
Not bad one.
And we're in Krynos form, so don't forget those extra dice.
Thank you so much. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I lost
Look,
my
this
pen.
is what I'm here for.
Yeah, Timber's here. What comes at you is a smaller wolf in their lupus form. You didn't quite see them, they're not with the main horde. That runs at you as soon as he sees you, as soon as he smells someone not in Krynos form. And it's a little tiny wolf, so small, it's almost fox-like. But it breathes green fire at you as it races towards you. Dexterity and athletics, please.
Uh-huh.
Please remember your rolls.
Uh-huh.
Sweets. You get the worser one. Because you left. As you enter in, the Black Spiral Dancers are now alerted to your presence. The one that charges at you has claws of obsidian. You've had to deal with these claws before. These are the claws that cause permanent damage to Garu. They're dripping with black ichor, and he races at you. What is your action?
I'm gonna put my hand claws into his chest and I'm gonna tear him in half like a fucking Twix.
Strength and brawl. Elias. The one that comes at you is leaking something. Seems to be a toxic green gas that fills your lungs almost immediately. I need you to make a stamina and composure roll, please, before you can take any other actions.
Understood. For clarification, whenever we're all entering the Umbra, I wasn't asked, but I did want to ship to Krynos.
Oh, I'm so sorry,
If
honey. I thought
okay.
I heard you say that you
No,
shifted
no worries.
to
I
wolf.
just didn't.
Yes. That's my bad.
I didn't. No. It's all good. There's fucking 5 of us. It's all good.
That's my bad.
I just didn't want to surprise you with
No, you're
what
good,
hopefully
honey.
might be done to doing composure.
Sure, and stamina. Hana, the one that
Mhm.
comes at you, is they all sort of turn in order. That's almost like they can detect when someone enters near them. Is wreathed not in green fire, but in green electricity. Pulsates through their fur, through their skin. And they hold their claws out and shoot it at you. Dexterity and athletics, please.
I'm getting force lightning? Okay.
Yeah. I am going to have additional rolls for the
Fine.
other werewolves who came with you
The
to
dexterity
help
and
you out
athletics.
here. Dexterity and athletics. Swinging back around, Lorelei, what did you roll?
6.
6. This creature howls at you and attempts to almost penetrate your mind. You get these strange visions of a labyrinth somewhere. It almost vibrates, and it's almost like a song that it's forcing into your brain, but you are able to repel it or stand against it. You may take an action now.
While he's attempting that, not without a second thought, I'm gonna pounce, try to push him down and start clawing, digging into his torso.
Perfect. Strength and brawl. Timber, what did you roll?
1.
So, because you only rolled 1, I'm going to have Maggie per. Actually,
and
I think...
I can't re-roll rage dice, right?
Yep.
Correct. Okay, yeah, I roll 1.
God damn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 dice for this roll. I think she'll be able to save you.
Okay.
Yep. 1, 2, 3.
It's okay. Timber's real distracted because right now she figures that she really, really
No
pissed
problem.
off the Loon Spirit because
No problem.
now Lorelei has Krynos back in the presence of the moon.
No problem. No problem. This little tiny weird fox wolf thing comes at you, breathing fire, and you attempt to dodge out of the way, but you trip. You're walking on water, and you're not used to doing that on your 2 legs. When last time you were here, you're on 4 legs. And you see the fire is about to come at you, and then Maggie sort of jumps in and stomps on this little tiny fox wolf, and she just starts stomping it down into the water until it can no longer hold itself up on top of the water. Whatever magic, whatever, as far as Timber understands, keeps things afloat on top of the water, Maggie just starts holding it down with her powerful legs under until it starts to drown.
I love Maggie.
Feet is everything Sweets told Timber she was.
Maggie letting out some years of rage right here. Yeah.
Death takes last, baby.
She just starts killing a little fox thing. Sweets, what did you roll?
I don't think my 13 successes matter because I brutal outcomed.
You brutal outcomed. Well, this thing comes at you with obsidian claws. This is the claws that have given you scars. This is the scars that at one time took the eye of your packmate, One Eye. These are the scars that took the eye of your daughter, Talia, and you now know attempted to kill Cascada. Yeah. You're at 6 rage? Up to, with that brutal outcome, up to 7. Give me another point of willpower damage. And you go for it, headlong into this creature, this thing that is going to be nothing more than me. You just spent tonight killing Black Spiral Dancers. You're really, if this really is your swan song, Sweets, you're making it one hell of a swan song. And you start tearing into him. You start tearing, and very similar to Maggie, you tear him so deeply you start holding him under the water, pulling up bits of flesh with your claws and fangs, as he is drowning and bleeding out at the same time. That's 1 down. Elias, what was your stamina and composure roll? I hope it was more than 6.
8 successes with a crit.
Perfect! So
I'm a physical creature.
He breathes this smoke into you. Attempts to poison you internally, attempts to make you choke, but you are able to sort of quick enough to withstand it, and you sort of kick the water up at him to dissipate the smoke somewhat. And I need to know what you're going to do while you have the advantage, while the smoke is, for the moment, not right in front of you. With fog.
I'm going to use Spirit of the Fray and make everyone my problem.
Perfect. What is the roll for that? I don't know.
So Spirit
free,
of the Fray,
but it's...
if you get to pick multiple targets, but it's 1 rage check per target.
Perfect.
1 rage check, but it's the same single attack roll. No splitting of the dice pool.
Awesome.
It's real neat. I was very happy with it.
How many do you want to go for?
The one that has attacked me, I think Maggie's taking care of the little fox.
Maggie's taking care of the one with Timber. Sweets is taking care of his own. There is the one who hasn't moved, who is still attempting to cross the barrier, wreathed in green flame. There's the one attacking Hana with electricity, and there's the one that Lorelei is currently attacking. That seems to have, just seems to be howling at the moment.
Okay. I'll take care of mine. I'll attack. I'll take care of. I'll attack mine. Hannah's and Lorelei's.
Not the one wreathed in green flame.
Not yet.
Sure.
Yeah, we'll start small. We'll occupy all that. So let me.
So that's 3 rage checks.
Yes. So we're good.
And a strength and a brawl. Hana, how many to dodge electricity?
6.
6, perfect. You're able to successfully dodge out of the electric water. And what's really funny is that the electricity heads into the water, and actually kind of helps out Sweets a little bit, not that Sweets needed it, and sort of electrocutes the guy under the water, and the little dead fox thing that Maggie has already stomped to death.
Cool.
What would you like to do?
How quickly can I close the distance on this motherfucker?
Fast. You're a fucking werewolf.
I would like to sprint up and go into a slide and attempt to claw his feet out from my...
All right, it's a called shot, so strength and brawl. Make it 10 successes when you got it. Lorelei, what did you roll?
4.
4 is not much for Krynos Werewolf, as he is a black spiral dancer. And he's going to attempt this howl again. It does hurt him, but you don't have claws of silver or anything of that nature. He can heal if he needs to. He's going to make that attempt again. So stamina and occult, please. Elias.
Good on the rage checks.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled the most successes I will ever roll in World of Darkness ever in my life. That is 15 successes.
That's the most I've ever heard.
2 crits.
15. I think maybe Avery rolled that once. 15. We're going to get right to that. Because you're going to absolutely decimate this toxic, this bloated black spiral dancer, pustules of toxic gas. You're going to absolutely decimate him. It's not going to feel great, though.
Terrific. That's okay.
What did you roll? What did you roll, Hannah?
No successes, 3 teeth. Or, well, 1 success, 3 teeth.
It's perfect. It's a brutal outcome. I'll give you that for the cold shot. You skid across the water like someone skipping stones, and you go for his knees. You take him down. At the very least, you get him off of his feet. The electricity hurts, though. A point of aggravated damage for that. Elias. You beat this beat this bitch with a bat. You beat this guy with this toxic gas. However, as you beat down on him with your claws, that toxic gas starts filling you up again. I need another stamina and composure roll to see if you're going to take him out without also taking damage yourself. Lorelei, what did you roll?
8 on a crit.
Tries again. And again, you see it. It's very strange. It's these little birds fill your mind. You're not sure what they are. They're strange little birds that sing. And you don't really know what this is. But it's like the birds are almost asking you to dance with them. But you're able to resist it. You're not entirely sure what the fuck this is. You may go in again. Strength and brawl? Would you like to do it again?
Yes.
Gonna have some help here from Elias. Sweets, you have destroyed this thing. Maggie has destroyed the little fox thing. And you, Timber, Maggie, Crackteeth, and Yasmin are all staring at the one wreathed in flame. She seems to not care that you people are behind her, what you're doing. She's carrying an obsidian blade. And Timber, can you make me a wits and insight roll, please?
Absolutely. This is gonna go so great.
Mm-hmm.
So great. Nothing. How much rage? Oh, too much rage. Okay. All right. So with
What did you roll, Elias?
it,
7 successes. I had to spend. I am now willpower impaired.
Your willpower impaired.
Yeah, everything's marked as superficial. I had to avoid really bad stuff.
I'm gonna let you know that if there comes a point where you aren't killing, you're going to immediately, automatically go into a frenzy. Unless you get out of Krynos, just so you know.
Happy all.
Take 3 points of aggravated damage as that toxic gas fills your lungs, but you do turn him into essentially Swiss cheese. Your claws stick into those little pustules, little craters he has all over his body. And your Spirit of the Fray helps you out with Hannah's issue with their electric werewolf as he goes down. You're able to quickly jump over to him, take him out as well. Rip his throat out with your fangs. And you're going to take another point of aggravated damage for that guy. You also went for the one for Lorelei, correct? Lorelei,
Correct.
what did you roll?
7.
7. Yeah, you don't even have to help Lorelei, because Lorelei's going to tear him apart herself. Now, Lorelei, I need to know, Do you just claws or you just claws and fangs?
Just claws. I'm like just digging a hole into his chest.
As you say. Timber, what did you roll?
2 and some teeth.
Oh, so you rolled a vegetable failure? No, you can't tell. You're not in your wolf form. It's not right. Nothing here is right. I don't think anyone else could make me this roll, unfortunately.
Timber's just looking at that nice sword. It's fine.
It doesn't look very nice. It looks like a jagged piece of black obsidian glass.
Exactly.
Dripping with ichor.
We're gonna figure out how to steal that.
Sweets, could you make me an intelligence and either etiquette or politics roll? I know it sounds weird.
No, I have 2 in etiquette, actually.
Elias, how much damage are you at?
Sitting at 4 ag.
You can start to heal that now if you'd like,
I would love that.
because you are going to have to leave Krenos real quick unless something happens after Sweets makes his roll. Congratulations, everyone. You successfully killed what Black Spiral Dancers are here. Except for one.
A single crit for 4. All of those were rage dice, by the way.
Yeah. In your time fighting the Black Spiral Dancers, fighting many enemies of Gaia, you have come across different varieties of Black Spiral Dancers. They are all varying degrees of mad, varying degrees of worm tainted, but there are some that are a little bit more intelligent, a little bit more almost cult-like. You've heard whispers and stories that someone believe that they can unite all Black Spiral Dancers into one tribe, for example, into one almost Agaru nation of Black Spiral Dancers. And you know that some of them are part of things called moon cults. And in these moon cults, there seems to be a hierarchy. The way this Black Spiral Dancer looks, well, she looks like a priestess, at the very least.
Sweets will just look back at Maggie and then charge headlong as he howls, "Wolfborn!"
As you say that, and she turns around. Oh, Timber, I'm so sorry. I need everyone. Elias, did you heal fully?
I didn't know I could heal fully. I just healed the 2 for the one
No,
rage.
you can heal fully.
Hell yeah, Batman. All right.
Hell yeah, Batman. Hana, heal as well, if you haven't already.
Sick. We're good. We're so good.
He's 2 points.
Yep, you just make one rage check. Everyone's stamina and occult. I'm so sorry, Lorelei, that I keep making you make this roll. I'm so sorry, Timber.
Roll.
I failed my rage check.
It's fine, you still heal. You just lose that point of rage. I don't want to make this roll. I don't want to make it. I was contemplating making the roll earlier in the day so I wouldn't have to make it in the moment. Timber. Your roll, please. I can't hear you, honey.
None. No successes.
Elias.
I'm so sorry. I focused on healing. What was the roll? I'm so sorry.
Stamina and occult.
Okay.
Hana.
I didn't know I didn't make it too.
Mm-hmm. Sweet.
Can you tell we're panicking?
13.
Do I get the 4 bonus dice?
For
this?
stamina.
There's a dice. for
Lorelei.
10 with a crit.
Can I willpower reroll? It would put me at an ag. Is that going to affect anything crazy?
Since you are in Krenos form and you're attempting to take aggravated willpower damage, yes, but I'm going to require you to go into automatic frenzy.
I will keep my successes. I can't afford that. Shit. All right, 5.
Hannah?
8 on a crit.
You lucky duck. You lucky duck. Well, this is very reminiscent of episode 7. Timber, you're not in your Garu form, but you go down instantly. Your mind is a bunch of screaming little birds. You don't know how to describe it. It's horrible, painful. Timber screams out, puts her hands over her ears, lays down on the face of the lake, and begins to sink into the water below. Elias, it's strange. Strangest memory comes over you. It's the day speaks with spirits. The day that you found Timber. She was jauntily singing a song to you as you were putting the labels on the bottles for Cascada. And you said to her, "Your singing almost makes one want to dance the Black Spiral." And what pops into your mind is exactly that, a calling to dance. You see images, visions of the Labyrinth, the screaming of whippoorwills all around your mind, encouraging you to delve deeper into the darkness, down, 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 to dance with them, to dance with the whippoorwills. And you want to, and you do start to. And all of you watch Elias start to yell and scream in his Krynos form as cracks begin to form along his body of green balefire. That leaves Lorelei, Hannah, and Sweets and Maggie to deal with Wolfborn. You'll receive these visions as well, but you're able to look past them. And Sweets, you know instantly what this is. Lorelei, you didn't. You know instantly what this is. This is a forcing of someone to become a Black Spiral dancer.
I think Sweets will just call out over his shoulder. Take them back across. I'll finish this.
I can't leave you here.
Go!
It's up to you, Lorelei. You have your own free will.
Yeah.
And you have to open it.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Tiara's a little busy right now.
Yeah, no matter how angry she is, she still loves her pack, so she'll throw Timber over her shoulder, drag Elias as best as she can, and open the way.
Crack Teeth will help you drag Elias, his Krynos form, and you are going to return back over the gauntlet. For sure. Alright.
Yes.
That leaves Hannah, Maggie, and sends the Sweetwater here. Hannah, what is your action? You have resisted the call to dance the Black Spiral.
I'm not going to leave you, Sweets. Can't lose anyone else. This needs to be stopped.
Sweets will just look at Hannah for a moment. Put a hand on her shoulder. Go. Maggie and I have lived far too long. Protect your brother and your sister. Heart Eater and shakes the trees.
Fortunately, as you attempt to convince Hannah to leave, and as Lorelei leaves through the gauntlet, as Hannah can't leave it at the moment by herself, not at the moment, Wolfborn doesn't wait for you to have your touching soliloquy. She attacks you with fire and blade, and I need everyone to make me dex athletics, or tank it. It's your decision.
It's 6.
9.
Sweets, 3 points of aggravated damage. Hannah, 4 points of aggravated damage. As the blade slices into you, burns your skin, burns right through to your blood. Sweets, you take a blast of fire in the face. You are blinded in one eye from this green balefire. She couldn't get all three of you, so Maggie is going to go in with Silver Claws. She's going to rend them across Wolfborn. She's going to take aggravated damage for herself as well against the fire. Sweets, what's your action?
Sweets just look down, and I don't even think he catches it in that moment. He says, Leah, go low, I'll go high. And is gonna dive maw to maw with this creature and tangle fang with fang.
Both of you strength and brawl.
Does it? I don't need. I rolled the first 3 dice and I don't need to roll anymore. Brutal outcome.
Brutal outcome. Oh.
Yeah, I gotta see if she rolls one as well.
Oh.
She rolled 4 brutal outcomes.
So do I need to keep rolling? Because I definitely have a bigger dice pool.
Yeah.
With a lot more rage dice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I need to know, both of you can also make a rage check to heal at least 2 points of aggravated damage first.
Yeah.
I will lose a rage, bopping me down to 6.
Mm-hmm.
But I got 3 brutal outcomes and a crit.
Who goes low, who goes high?
It was me going low, I believe.
Hana, how much damage are you at?
I have 8 out of 10 health.
Go low. She kicks a foot up at you as you go low. Kicks you in the face. More fire damage. 2 more points of aggravated damage. You do get her, though, with your fangs. Sink into her. Latch onto her ankle. Sweets, you go high. She slices you again with the blade. 2 more points of aggravated damage. Burns into your skin. She slices you where your eye was already burned. She takes that eye from you. Slices into your skull. It's extremely painful. Whatever the sword is dripping in burns. Again, while you two are attacking her, she can't attack Maggie. She's taking 3 on 1 alone. Maggie rolled like garbage, though, because I can't, as we all know, I can't roll good forever. She goes in and jumps on her back, but Maggie takes more damage than she does. Maggie is out of practice. Last round before something happens, Sweets. Heal at the top of your turn.
Yep.
1 rage check will heal 2 ag.
Yep. Got it. Healed, don't lose any rage, still at 6.
What would you like to do?
Tear off her sword arm.
It's a called shot. Strength and brawl. Hana.
I'm already low.
Heal at the top of your turn.
Success.
Or spend your turn healing.
I'm just gonna heal at top.
Mhm.
Bring me back to 8. And then I'm already low. I'm just gonna go up towards the core from where I am.
Strength and brawl. I won't require that to be a called shot.
Twelve successes. With 1 crit in there.
8 successes and a crit.
Sweets, you go down from the up position where she then sliced up through your eye. You come down onto her arm. You tear off her sword arm. You do it successfully. She screams out in pain as you do this, as Hana comes up with her claws into her groin and genitals and rips upwards into her midsection. She's in an extreme amount of pain. She goes down to 1 knee as this happens, and she gives her last hurrah. You're both in close proximity. You can't make me a dexterity athletics away from this. She's going to release the flame that wreathes her body. Oh my god. She's going to... Yes?
For Sweets to cover Hana with his body the way that Maggie covered Marcus.
She is underneath her. So not really. She's literally underneath her crotch at the moment. So not really. You can't really, either of you, because she's going to do it as you're ripping her sword arm out. I didn't roll the greatest. Both of you need to take 4 points of aggravated damage. Hana, are you out? Are you down?
I'm at 4.
Alright. What about you, Sweets?
I just filled my Krenos track +1, so I have 6 levels of health left.
Alright. She is in her death throes now. Sweets, how would you like to finish her?
Sweets will look her in the eye. Say, it's alright. I found Hard Rain and Pine Cones and Shakes the Trees, and I will keep them safe for you. And then he'll reach into her chest cavity and split her into lengthwise.
Hana can assist with that, already being under there. Pushing forward that way. Tiara, as soon as she sees that happen, releases the right of the Shrouded Glen and collapses into Moorwalker's arms. She has massive streaks of white running through her hair, and she looks like she's aged about 5-10 years in this process. And the light of Luna starts to glow again. Outside of the Umbra, Timber, you come to yourself. Elias, you come to yourself as well. Neither of you are feeling this transformation into a black spiral dancer. And Timber, you can shift. You can feel the wolf in your chest again.
I think that's immediately what she does.
You shift to Lupus.
Yeah, she shifts to Lupus and she starts howling for her pack.
Lorelei, would you like to take them back across the gauntlet?
Oh, yes.
Elias, you okay?
Yeah, am I still in Krenos?
Yes. You'll need to drop it, or Frenzy.
Drop it.
Do you want to go? You see that Lorelei is opening the passage again, and Timber's going with her. Are you going?
Yes, absolutely.
The scene that you come upon is Hana, Maggie, and Sweets over the body. Of course, see the other Black Spiral Dancers dead here. Over the body of this leader of the Black Spiral Dancers, this Wolfborn, as you've heard her called. Sweets and Hana have torn her literally in half.
Just as a point of order, I rolled 3 rouse checks to heal.
Rage checks?
Yeah, sorry. Oof, wrong game.
I knew it. Sweets is an abomination. Anyway, God.
3 rage checks. I lost 2 rage. I'm down to 4.
Perfect. Hana, you can do rage checks too, if you like.
I was about to say the same thing. I did 3 and I lost 2.
Okay.
So I'm down to 2 rage.
Perfect. Would both of you like to stay in your Krenos forms, or would you like to drop them?
I think in this point, Hana's finally just going to drop her Krenos form.
You may lose your rage entirely. What about you, Sweets?
I'm going to spend a willpower and hold on to it for a minute.
All right. Tiara and Moorwalker approach you. They're both in Tiara's in human form. Moorwalker's in Glabro form. And he looks at you, Elias, and he says, "About time you showed up."
I don't think he says anything. I think he just goes over and gives Finley a hug, pulling his skull into his shoulder.
He has Tiara in his arms, but he acquiesces to it. And he says, he looks at Lorelei, and he looks at you, and he says, "Thought she did her rite of passage here."
I'm not looking gives horses in the mouth right now. I'll figure all that out later.
Just gonna say that she's a special gal. She can do that. Good choice for a pack leader. That's all.
The best.
Finley walks over to you, Sweets, and Maggie, who has also dropped to her Homid form.
Sweets will just nod his big hairy wolf head.
Sweets, I'll wait for you guys to finish, but Tiara needs some TLC. When you can open the passage, I don't think she's filling up to it.
Was that a word? I'll open the way.
Is there anything you'd like to say to each other before something happens?
Timber's going for the sword. I need it for my deal.
I was wondering if someone was going to take that sword.
If not Timber, then it would have been me. I'm a slut for a magic weapon.
The light of Luna is glowing brighter. Would anyone like to speak to the Loon Spirit? Is sort of what I'm asking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Timber, once she's got the thing she needs to complete her other deal.
We kept up our end, friend. Are you alright?
Timber and Lorelei, you feel this very warm glow come over both of your faces. The moon is thanking you for your sacrifices, for your pain, and I'm going to award you both a gift. It is not a gift you can find in the books, but I'm calling it the gift of silver light. I'm going to allow both of you, when you want to, and when you have the ability to project moonlight with your rage.
Hell yeah!
Would anyone else like to speak to the Loon Spirit?
Yes.
As the moon shines brighter on Lorelei and Timber's face for a moment, almost like a hand that is cupping your cheeks, spirit of a woman appears, so incredibly bright you almost can't look at her directly. And she says, "You have done well, Garu. Thank you."
I think Lorelei's focused. She acknowledges, but I think she feels ashamed and is focusing on opening the way.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing Hana says in that moment is just, "I'm glad you're okay." She's not making eye contact, right?
Yeah, Timber does what Timber does, where probably a lot of the Theurges would find it very disrespectful, but she treats the loon like a friend and just kind of runs up to her, runs around her form.
The Loon Spirit gently runs an ethereal hand over your fur as you run around her.
Emperor is glad you are safe.
Thank you for keeping me safe.
I don't think Sweets can bring himself to look up from the surface of the water.
If the Loon Spirit would notice that, and she would come right up to you and sort of put a finger under your chin to bring it up. Hello. Sense the sweet water.
I think you know what I would ask of you.
I think you think me wiser than I really am. I do hope that the dreams have helped you.
They have. But I can't sleep anymore. Now is the time for being awake. Can you open the way to Grunewald? Can you open the bridge one more time?
Yes.
I made an oath to Boar, and I must keep it.
I can open the way. Open the moon bridge to Grunewald. But I cannot do it now. There is no entry point.
What must we do?
You must end the final anchoring being, keeping it closed.
Eyes of Frost.
That is not the name that Luna whispers to me.
Who? Tell me, and their life will be given in offering to you.
He is a follower of Wolf.
I cannot face Crimson Howler. He will take my life. But if that is what must be done, I will do this for you.
She pats your face and walks over to Lorelei, looks into Lorelei's eyes and says, "You have his eyes."
I'm sorry.
They're beautiful eyes. Luna whispers to me that Boar granted many favors to the werewolves of the Grunewald Cairn. One of those wolves turned to corruption. And therefore, the cairn cannot be free of the corruption or entered into until it is ended, his life.
It will be done.
I'm sorry that's not the answer that you wanted, since the Sweetwater. And I'm sorry that you are still carrying the corpse of Crimson Howler with you. So quickly were you willing to offer it up to me.
I am not Crimson Howler, but I know that Crimson Howler is there waiting for me.
Death Takes Last was a member of Grunewald. When she lost her wolf, she lost her favor. All that is left is Marcel Nightmist. Kill him, and the cairn will open to you, corrupted as it is.
What must we do to purify it?
I'm afraid I can't give you that answer now, since the Sweetwater. For I'm afraid your pack will not have the strength to do it if they know.
Can I ask you one more question?
Yes.
Has Boar suffered all this time?
I'm sorry, Sense the Sweetwater. I do not want to give you the answer, because I'm afraid you will then not have the strength to do what you must. I don't understand the human part of you that suffers so from shame and guilt. But I suppose that is an answer in and of itself.
Yes.
Crimson Howler corrupted the cairn. Sense the Sweetwater can rebirth it, she says, as she evaporates back into the face of the moon.
Open the way.
Open the way.
All of you return back to Monse Cairn, destroyed as it is. But saved, nonetheless. Is there any conversation you'd like to have with anyone present before we end our session?
I think Timber, as they're headed back, kind of bumps into Sweets.
Timber told you have to stop eating self. Loon says so too. Maybe it's time.
Maybe. Maybe. You did well.
No, Timber didn't. But that's okay.
Now who's eating themselves? I'll just ruffle her hair.
So Timber also needs to apologize for the things that Timber said about Maggie. She is magnificent. You know, kid?
Thank you, Timber.
You're welcome. So, have your claws always been like that?
And Timber's just padding along in wolf form, just like talking to Maggie about...
No. That spirit gave me the gift.
It was a good friend to have. We talk all the time. Now that you are friends, you can join Timber when Timber comes home to talk with Fred.
I've known the loon spirit since before you were born, but okay.
Timber just kind of falls.
We need to talk. All of us.
As you cross into the cairn, Maggie puts a hand on your shoulder. Sweets, and she says, I'm going to check on the children.
Will you call Bertrand for me, please?
Yeah. Go.
Kiss her on the cheek. I've missed you. Death takes last.
She can't help it, wraps her arms around you. I'm glad to be home.
He'll look at the pack and then just wrap his arms around all of them and pull them together. You all did well. You did something that I've never heard other packs of your age doing. We slew a Nexus crawler. This is no small feat. They are the champions of the Wyrm. The priestess of a moon cult. We went into a labyrinth that was layered on top of a barrow and cleaned it. You are all proven. There is blood on your claws, and there is pride in your heart. I need to ask something of you all. What happened to Grunewald all those years ago? I know what to do. I know what has to be done. We have to find and kill Marcel. And then I need you to inter me in a barrow at Grunewald. It's the only way I can keep my promise to Boar. That I will always protect that place. I brought the corruption in. I was the one who vouched for Marcel. After Annihilator was gone and Death Takes Last became our Sept leader, I vouched for Marcel Nightmist. I brought the corruption. And I can fix it.
Crimson Howler did all that.
One body, two spirits.
Sure. We'll look at Lorelei. We need to confirm that information first.
No.
When my time comes. I need your oath that you will inter me there.
With this very
Everything.
Come on, don't everybody fucking speak at once here.
Lose the attitude, alright? Sorry, Timber.
Go ahead,
Timber
Lorelei.
already promised that she would help do what Old Wolf needed.
Anna's been staring at the fucking ground this whole damn time.
Lorelei just finally says, would this bring you peace?
It's not about my peace. It's about what is right.
Maggie, who had been listening, she went off to call Bertrand, and now has wolf ears again. Says, "Don't worry, he won't be alone." She sort of rubs your back.
Stupid. Full on lupus form crying. It's fine.
I think that's the moment where Hana just kind of like finally looks up from the ground. She's not going to say anything, but there's an intensity to her glare at Sweets and Maggie, and I think in a very teenage way, she's sort of just gonna separate herself now and walk off.
Just lean over to Maggie. Does that remind you of anybody?
You know that it does. Not just Leo. All of our children.
Yeah.
Sweets. They'll get used to calling you out at least for a little while. Galliards have long been keepers of barrows in Garu culture. I will keep your barrow until it is time to inter me next to you.
Yes. But there are other things that I require from each of you. And I'll talk to Hana when I can. But I think you all need to know. I'm going to teach Hana the rite of kin seeking. She will be your kin seeker when you settle Grunewald. Timber, I would like for you to be the keeper of the land. You'll stay close to me, and you'll protect me. Lorelei, I need you to be master of the right. You will protect my spirit. You'll lead the people. We're creatures of 3 parts. And it is the spirit that we've neglected. It is forgetting our spirit that has brought us so low, that has shattered our nation. Can you do that for me?
I can. I will.
Elias, I need you to lead the Sept.
This will just press his forehead to Sweets'. Mentor, brother, father. I'm not going to let you make a liar out of me. I'm not giving you my word. I will find another way. And I will go to my conspiracy cabin.
Now come around.
Before we end this session, Bertrand arrives as Maggie is still on hold waiting to get in touch with him, hasn't been able to get through to him. And he arrives. He doesn't have the grandchildren with him, but he looks like he's in a rush to get back here, and he is in shock at what this place looks like. And he comes right up to you, Sweets, and he says, 1, what the fuck happened? 2, I have to talk to you really bad.
Come. Tell me.
Okay, not going to answer my question? Great. Yosha's boss wants to see you. All of you.
The vampire.
Leech.
I never said his boss was that.
I hear things.
She's called the Witch of Kudam. She wants to talk to all of you. She says, she can help. And the thing is that she's not just Alyosha's boss. She's sort of like the decider if he lives or dies, and lots of other people. And I really need you to do this for me.
I'm not gonna let anything happen to him. Okay? Listen, Bert. I'm sorry for how I've been with you over the years.
What's happening? What happened here?
We lost people. A lot of people. We were attacked.
Oh. Is that just like a regular thing in these places?
No. I don't know if your sister made it. Tiara's very sick. Marcus is sicker. I'll make sure nothing happens to Alyasha. And for what it's worth, son, I'm just glad you're happy.
This is feeling like a very final thing that you're doing. And I don't know what this is. I don't know if you're just shaken up from what's obviously happened here tonight.
No.
But you're freaking me out.
Most of our kind don't live much longer than Elias. I'm gonna be 72 this year.
Maybe try retiring instead.
We don't retire, son.
Mom did.
I hope one day you can understand.
Doubtful. Alright, I guess me and Yosha are keeping the kids then.
Look out for Marcus and Tiara and Talia.
Are they coming back in the city? Are they staying here?
I don't know.
I got the grandkids to watch. Your grandkids.
I know. Hey. You did good, Bertrand. I've always been proud of you.
Bertrand starts having an emotional reaction. He's confused. He's not sure what's happening. And he just hugs you. Because he doesn't know what else to do.
I'll hug him back. I just love you, kid.
With that is where we are going to end. Session 8. We go empty for this evening. Thank you, everyone.